but no, I'm going home.
Can I help anyone?
It's early morning at the Manning Farmers Market in the federal electorate of Swan, the Liberals' most marginal WA seat. Preparations are already underway for a busy day.
I'm ready for once. I'm early.
Anne Brumwillare lives close by. She's been selling her jams and preserves here for 10 years. She hasn't decided yet who will get her vote.
For me, I would say as a small business, what matters would be tax, the cost of things going up.
Thank you very much.
In your bag?
Thanks, yes, please.
With Liberal MP Steve Irons retiring, new candidate Christy McSweeney and Labor's Zanetta Mascarenhas will be trying to tap into local sentiment in what is expected to be a tight contest for Swan.
I think for most people at the moment it's around things like cost of living, particularly what's going on internationally around things like fuel prices, which will affect things like food prices.
Certainly the environment, aged care, education. As an ex-school teacher, that's very, very important to me.
Analysts say the Liberal Party in WA will be under pressure after 9 years in power and the loss of a number of sitting members.
They have got 10 seats to defend. They're going to lose seats, but they've got to minimise those losses.
There's also the question of whether Liberal voters who flipped at last year's state election, backing Premier Mark McGowan, will continue to stick with Labor federally.
Mark McGowan's Liberals, they've got to get them back into the fold. That is the enormous challenge for the Liberals.
Former WA Premier Colin Barnett is confident people can distinguish between state and federal politics, but he concedes the Prime Minister has had a difficult 18 months, saying it'll be tough for the Liberals to hold on to all their 10 WA seats.
I'd hate to be a prophet of doom, but I think they'll lose a couple. And that's not necessarily devastating at a nationwide level.
As well as the marginal seat of Swan, Labor is targeting Hasluck, held by Indigenous Affairs Minister Ken Wyatt, and Pearce, where former Attorney-General Christian Porter is not recontesting the seat, following a number of controversies, including defamation action against the ABC. The boundaries of Pearce were substantially redrawn in a redistribution. It lost a swathe of inland areas and now essentially matches the boundaries of the city of Wanneroo. That includes a string of coastal suburbs on Perth's northern fringe, such as here at Jindalee. And it means that the Liberals' margin has been cut from 7.5 to 5.2%. With Christian Porter not standing again, it's the seat that Labor is most confident of winning. Florist Rihanna Bertolami lives and works in Pearce.
It's so in full bloom, but that's okay, I can fix that.
Housing affordability and her business are front of mind.
Affordability-wise, running two businesses with the rent prices, it's hard to be able to save. Again, if my husband and I got sick, our income stops.
She's pleased women are standing for the major parties, City of Wanneroo Mayor Tracy Roberts for Labor and Wanneroo Councillor Linda Aitken for the Liberals. But many in Pearce are also disillusioned with politics.
I think the parties are too preferred or whatever. I think they're both as bad as each other. I think, we need some new people, I reckon.
I would be a stash Liberal supporter, but if they don't change their ways on climate, I definitely won't be sticking with the Liberal Party.
That dissatisfaction with the major parties could benefit independent candidates this time around, even in one of the Liberals' safest seats, Curtin, where Kate Chaney is running against Liberal Celia Hammond.
While Kate Chaney is an opponent to be considered, I'm confident Celia Hammond will hold the seat comfortably.
Kate Chaney's early campaigning, however, is already attracting attention.
She stands up for issues that people in this area are really passionate about, which includes climate change action and political transparency, particularly with donations.
Right, so you'll be voting for her?
Yes.
What about the rest of you? What are your ideas?
Yeah, I think she's a welcome change.
The Liberals may have other problems, funding and staffing their campaigns after being reduced to just 2 lower house seats at the last state election.
This will be the most difficult federal election for the Liberal Party in Western Australia that anyone can remember. They have so few resources, so few state members to lend them a hand.
But the Liberals see potential hurdles on Labor's side too.
Anthony Albanese, a decent guy, but no enthusiasm for him.
The state's border had only just come down before the Labor leader flew into WA.
Well, it is good to be here in Pearce.
Keen to build his profile.
I'm Anthony, how you doing?
When the polls close in WA, who knows, it could be line ball in the other states, and how WA votes could be absolutely crucial.
Voters in WA's marginal seats
This one is orange, grapefruit and passion fruit.
can expect to see a lot more of Mr Albanese and Scott Morrison in the weeks to come. Nick Perpich, ABC News.